You know, it got out the other day, so we've been trying to find it.
It's all the pictures. It's scary.
Yeah.
Ain't ready, MP.
Showtime, MP. True ballers only.
If you're having an issue of any type that needs to be addressed, please text the word JAZZ along with your issue and seat location to 55555. A member of our guest relations team will respond immediately. Okay, Jazz fans, here's what you need to know about our next giveaway game. The first 10,000 fans in the building get their own Jazz hat. Be sure to get your early. The National Basketball Association and the Utah Jazz are committed to a safe and enjoyable sports experience. We therefore ask you to refrain from any disruptive behavior such as...
And in the locker room, each guy has been going over and through his own routine to get ready. But once they take the floor, they're one single unit. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning into 2K Sports. We've got some NBA action for you coming up. Tonight, we'll see the Utah Jazz as they play against the Brooklyn Nets. Hi, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan, and joining us tonight, Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke. And reporting from the sidelines, our very own David Aldridge. And here's a look at some numbers for him.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
So the Nets starting 5. Down on the block, it's Johnson with Claxton. Wells is out there with D'Angelo Russell. And it's Thomas in at the 3 spot. And for Utah, sharing the wing spot, it's Clarkson and Markkanen. Filipowski's out there with Draymond Green. And it's George in at the point. You know, Doris, when you compare the NBA to other major sports, it seems coaches just don't get as much credit for their strategy and their scheming and game plan.
Kevin, I think it's a misconception not only about the coaches, but about the NBA specifically, that it's not as complex as other sports. There's so much depth to this game. It is in a constant state of evolution. Once you think you've got the NBA down, I'm promising you it's going to evolve to another direction. This misconception is flat wrong.
And as we get deeper into the season, MP's let it be known that he intends to get his hands on the Rookie of the Year trophy.
Well, he plays with a lot of pride, and we've seen that all season. But as much as individual goals matter, he's got to keep in mind that the best way to show his worth is to help the team win. And no point in accumulating individual accolades if your team hasn't had success. Winning still needs to be the #1 priority.
Markkanen from outside. Now in the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
Well, you can see this team depends on Markkanen to space the floor, delivers with the range 3 there.
Utah's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Russell against George. Kicks it out to Markkanen. A 3-pointer, no good.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
And we've got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. Shams, what's the story?
Well, guys, Lauri Markkanen had said all along he was content to stay in Utah. And after signing a contract extension, he remains with the Jazz. He turns 28 in May, so he's just entering his prime. There's plenty of runway left if the Jazz think he can guide them back to the playoff mix. And with the timing of when Markkanen signed his extension, he is not trade eligible during this season.
Shams, we really appreciate the update. We know how detailed you are. Thanks so much. And here's George. Following the 3 from Wells. Pass to Markkanen. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Markkanen's got 8 points.
Boy, it seems like every shot he puts up, it's going in. This guy is hot, hot.
Here's Wells. That's good. And it's Thomas picking up the assist.
Well, that's something his coaches would like to see more of from Cam Thomas, making plays for others.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. The shot by George, no good.
Unbelievable. Look, guys, no clue what went wrong there.
Here's Johnson. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
The latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Shea, in the last game against Denver, delivered quite a performance. He scored 24 points and hit a few threes, which helped his team's spacing. Yet another outstanding game for him. He's playing with a ton of confidence and dominating as a result. Guys?
Nice work, David. Thank you. Greg, he did some fantastic things in that one. He made a huge impact.
And I look for him to try and repeat that performance here tonight. I really do.
Well, I think they're going to need it. This team looks completely different when he's raised his game.
Jazz leading by 3. Doris, when you think of the Utah Jazz, where do they fit in a very competitive Western Conference?
Well, think about it, Kev. The Gobert and Mitchell era was successful, but they couldn't get to the ultimate prize. So then you trade those 2 players away, you get a load of picks. This is the direction you've chosen, but now it's going to take some time and some patience.
Now, here's Wells. 5 points in the game, and the shot is good from Johnson.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
Sexton, the pass to Filipowski.
Brooklyn foul, Nicholas Claxton. Second personal foul.
The Jazz shooting their first free throws of the game right now.
Yeah, pretty good numbers on the season when you look at their free throw attempts, right around 78%.
That free throw, no good. Draymond Green, he's checked in for the Jazz. Collier comes in for Keontae George. And a new group in for the Nets. Aaron Sharp, he's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Trendon Watford comes in for Johnson. Wilson, he's checked in for Thomas. And it's DeAnthony Melton in for D'Angelo Russell. And the second free throw, good. Brooklyn trailing. Pass to Sharp. Watford with it. Beyond the arc. Offensive rebound. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Really nice job to convert the putback opportunity there. I mean, he stayed with that play from start to finish. That's something we say about him a lot.
And the Jazz making a change here. Hendricks is checked in. And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point. And so Clarkson will bring it up for the Jazz. They just couldn't come out on top last time they took on the Nets. That one was played in Brooklyn.
And defensively in that one, they needed to come up with big stops to quiet that crowd, and that's obviously easier said than done.
I'll tell you this, it looked like they wanted to get out of town as quickly as possible. The problem is their defense went with them.
Now here's Melton. Jordan Clarkson missing his last shot. Melton's shot is good.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Now here's Clarkson. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Phoenix. Just 5 to shoot. Down low. Green. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
How about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Both teams have it going here early and still close through the first quarter. Nets lead by 2. And we'll be back in just a moment with... And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And looking at what we've seen so far from the Nets, what do you guys think?
Well, going to the bench early, they obviously knew what they were doing.
As a coach, I think you get a certain feel for what your team needs, and credit this guy for not waiting around. He went ahead and made the adjustment.
And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. Wells is out there with the Anthony Melton. Then there's Trendon Watford. Then it's Williams. And it's Sharp in at the 5.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. Pass to Green. Here's Sexton. Green breaking loose. The shot by Sexton, no good. Brooklyn leading by 4. On the wing, Melton. Outside Williams. To the left wing. The Nets working the ball around now. Shea inside. Defended by Sexton. Wells' shot is good. Wells has got the lead up to 6 now for Brooklyn, where there's a lot of emphasis on three-point shooting. Greg, what's your opinion of that?
Well, Kevin, stretching the D isn't just about how far out they have to defend. It's the distance between that and how far in you have to defend. That's why analytics favors shots at the rim and from distance.
That one goes in. Sexton's got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, slicing his way to the cup. Sexton's so dangerous on the drive.
Shea, right side, fires the 3. And the rebound goes to Martin. Jazz trail by 4. Now Green, taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Collier, that's good.
I think unselfish is a word that applies beautifully to Draymond Green. He's so good at sharing the basketball.
Pass to Sharp. Here's Melton. The kick out to Williams. Back to Jay. Green with the block.
Well, let's remember a former defensive player of the year, Draymond Green, sending it back.
And we got to take a second look to admire that outstanding block.
And that is a huge block. Given how close this game is, a stop like that was right on point.
And Jordi Fernandez has called a timeout. Wants to regroup and go over the strategy. A different look for Utah. Filipowski comes in for Green, and Lauri Markkanen subbed in for Martin. A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Sharp. Johnson comes in for Trendon Watford. Cameron Thomas, he's checked in for Williams. And D'Angelo Russell subbed in for DeAnthony Melton. And a shot by Wells, no good.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
Outside, Sexton. Can't tie it up as that one's no good.
All by himself, trying to step up. He's got to be frustrated with the miss.
ADB, what do you make of Colin Sexton's nickname, Young Bull?
Kevin, I think it's a very apt moniker because this guy is relentless. He attacks you with his defense. He's going to come at you with a ton of youthful energy, and he will not back down.
The shot by Markkanen, nobody around. That 3 off the mark. So the Jazz, their last game, a loss to Phoenix.
Total embarrassment. I was shocked at how poorly they played. I think they were shocked.
Well, frankly, they should be shocked. I mean, that kind of effort simply won't cut it in today's NBA. Let's see if they take any lessons from it.
Pass to Markkanen. That's in, and that's his 4th basket of the night. He's taken 7 shots, a solid 57%.
Boy, Markkanen uses his size to great effect down low.
Johnson kicks to Thomas. Out left to the wing. Claxton sets the screen for Russell. Thomas against Markkanen. Thomas, that's good. Thomas got the lead back up to 6 now for the Nets.
Boy, how about the touch right there? Cam Thomas makes that floater look easy.
Timeout is called, first of the game for the Jazz.
And the lack of rim protection top
of the list.
And the question they're going to have to answer to me is it a problem with the scheme or is it a problem with matchups?
And now we'll take a second to look at the race for Rookie of the Year. A new year ahead of us and so much more for these young players ranked by their impact so far. You take a look at Wells. Well, he's shown he's a force as we move along in the meat of the season, sitting pretty at that #1 spot now, and it's his race to lose.
And this is just a special, special player. No question he should be favored for the Rookie of the Year award at this point.
I'll tell you, it's one of the brightest starts to a career that I can remember. He's certainly well positioned for that award.
Enzo Thomas will bring it up for the Nets. On baseline, Jay. The shot by Wells, no good. Jazz trail by 6. Pass to George. Now here's Markkanen. Outside, Green. A rebound by the Nets. Fresh from a win against the Nuggets.
Well, on the road, you don't expect to look so comfortable on the offensive end, but that was the story of the game.
It came down to execution. No wasted possessions, and that is absolutely essential trying to win on the road.
Clarkson outside. A 3-ball. No good. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. And don't go away. We'll be right back.
Please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drums, please. They're measuring up the shot.
Hey everybody, nothing like a little trade news to perk up your day. We'll take a look first at some transactions around the NBA. Hold on, I just got an alert on my phone. Ooh, half off bowling after the game tonight. Who's in?
I imagine Shaq probably throws that bowling ball a little too hard, Ernie. I don't know.
False. I have a finesse game, Kenny. One time I hit a sit-down shot from the seats behind the lane.
Shaq's like a trick shot artist out there. He's diving, he's spinning. I'm curious to see what's left in the bag. I'll get the lanes. You guys bring your own shoes this time. And looking back on that first half, it certainly hasn't gone as planned for the Utah Jazz.
Well, their problems start on the backboard, and it's not just a few unlucky bounces. It's an activity, Shaq.
Which is something you can fix if you want to, but I'm not seeing a lot of want to from them.
Thanks for joining us. Now let's toss it to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Jay really making a difference here.
He had a fast pass to the lane that first half. Got inside on demand.
Now, this guy is such a good finisher on the move, and so far the defense has not been able to counter it.
Brooklyn leading by 8. Showing the wing spot, it's Clarkson and Markkanen. Green is out there with Filipowski. And it's George in at the point guard. That's the 5 on the floor for the Jazz.
And to me, Draymond Green really embodies the idea of a high IQ player. He can read the opposition, predict where a play is going, and those instincts aren't something that can be easily taught. to anyone.
There's only so much you can take away, and you want to try to stop Jordan Clarkson on the drive so he gets the face-up jumper to go.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible, and boy, that's a terrific start right there.
Wow, Clarkson can really move, and once he's airborne, there's nothing the D can do.
Wells passes to Thomas. Shoots. And again, it's Brooklyn converting.
Nice pass here to set that basket up.
Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Clarkson outside. Markkanen in the corner. Outside, Green. Pass to George. Nice ball movement by Utah. Two open that time. Made it look too easy. Clarkson's got his third basket of the night right there.
Wow, what a start. 3 for 3. Terrific play calling. Everything clicking out of the gates here.
Here's Wells. That's good. It's his 7th made basket in 14 tries.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Here's George. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production. Back to Markkanen. Pass to Filipowski. 6 on the shot clock. Outside, Markkanen. And Utah, another 3.
Yeah, that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Shea left side. Thomas off a pick from Wells. Thomas's shot is off.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
Green finds Markkanen. Now Clarkson. Wide open. It's hauled in by Claxton. Claxton's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Wells. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Russell's got 3 assists now in this one.
First 3 of the half, 2nd of the game. Can he heat up?
Time called here. The Jazz decide to talk it over. Shea really making a difference here.
You've got to take a timeout, take a breath, and come up with a plan for how to stop this guy.
For the Jazz, Colin Sexton, he's checked in for Markkanen, and it's Collier in for George. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Knocked away, and the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
There'll be a jump ball.
In the corner, it's Melton. Johnson outside. Outside Wilson. On the wing, Williams. 6 to shoot. Lets it go from deep. And the Nets, another 3.
Well, that's a case where your teammates are showing trust in you, and he comes through with flying colors.
Clarkson outside. There's the triple. Johnson with the rebound.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat. The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
I tell you, you can't get stops if you're unwilling to put in the work.
Williams against Clarkson. Will it go? And it's out of bounds. Utah able to retain possession here for the Jazz. Hendricks is checked in, and Martin is in for Draymond Green.
Kenyon Martin, Jr.
Thompson dishes to Sexton. Shot clock at 6. For the 3. Rebound, Brooklyn.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Williams against Clarkson. Williams kicks to Johnson. On the wing, Melton. Defended by Sexton. Gets it to go. That one good from Melton.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Here's Clarkson. And denied. He sends it right off the glass.
I'll tell you, this guy is doing absolutely everything he can to get himself going, but the team is struggling because he's struggling.
All the officials are all over that one.
The Nets shooting their second and third shots at the line right here.
Team foul. Shooting for Brooklyn, D'Anthony Melton, taking 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets finding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. Their defense has been active and effective. Back to the action in just a minute. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the 2-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or 2 when he needs to.
Well, having multiple playmakers on the floor makes you a much tougher team to defend.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today. On the court. Out there with D'Anthony Melton, and it's Thomas in at the small forward. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Well, guys, during the last break, I listened to Utah's coach address his team. Now, he was vocal in the huddle. He told his guys, don't quit on each other. We're still in this game, guys, but I need each one of you to up your energy level. Let's make a run now. Back to you guys.
Thanks so much, David. Here's Collier. He's guarded by Russell. The 3. Rebounded by the Nets.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
Pass to Wells. The Nets working the ball around now. Here's Claxton. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Now, the first thing that strikes you as a player with Nick Claxton is how easily this guy gets off the floor. Vertical threat on the offensive end and an excellent rim protector on the defensive end.
And the first one at the line is good. No good on the second free throw. Jazz trail by 16. Inside. Here's Martin. Another miss by Utah. For Brooklyn, they've gone 0-3 to start the fourth quarter. And there's Johnson. That's good on the assist from Wells.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Pass to Hendricks. Here's Sensabaugh. Misses from short range. Shea outside. And Claxton throws it down.
Well, Claxton could have an apartment up near the rim. These dunk attempts are routine.
The Jazz shooting struggles apparent. 37% from the field. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Outside, Sexton. Tipped away. It's stolen by Johnson. Shea outside. Pass to Claxton. And Greg, everyone loves talking trades. Future first-round picks have been moved quite a bit of late, and that's been kind of interesting.
And Kevin, a lot of teams that don't control any of their future first-round picks. With so much pressure to win now, GMs are willing to use draft assets.
The Jazz call timeout.
Attention fans, on the court now, your high squad. Get up and let them in. That's right, man.
So Utah ends up going with the new group. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. And George kicks to Green. The shot's good on the assist by George. George has got his third assist on the night.
Wow, we're accustomed to seeing Draymond Green make the pass, but how about that catch-and-shoot delivery? Nice.
Here's Wells. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. Clarkson goes in. And that one drops.
What vision, what feel by Keontae George.
And so it's Russell with it. He'll bring it up for the Nets. Pass to Claxton. Stolen. And now here's George, the fast break opportunity. And the wide open shot from Green. And the Jazz, another three.
And looking a lot better now, but still a long way to go to get back into this one.
Yeah, but this run started with tighter execution at both ends, and that'll need to be maintained for them to have a chance to take the lead.
Russell with a wide open look. Buries the long-range jumper. Russell's got 6 here in this quarter.
Looking to close it out. That one might have been the backbreaker.
Well, at this point, they're so far up, it would take a real collapse to give this game away at this point.
Pass to George from deep. Rebound, Brooklyn. Claxton's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Nets.
What an effort in the transition game we've seen tonight from these guys. Really pushed the ball, and I think in doing so created a lot of pressure on the defense.
Definitely had a huge edge, and this is their DNA. When they run the ball and dictate the flow of the offense like we've seen here, these are the kinds of games they can have.
And so the hard work and effort paying off tonight, putting another win in the books. That'll be win number 27.
A 2-game season.
And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.
Right, MP. They can't stop you.
Wins pay the bills, baby.